Today, I'm going to tell a very special story. It's called The Octopus Who Loved Hugs. Get ready to dive into a magical, colorful world filled with friendship and kindness. Once upon a time, deep in a bright blue ocean, there lived a very, very special octopus. His name was Pipoca. Pipoca was just a baby octopus, and he had the most beautiful color in the whole sea, a vibrant blue, just like the sky on a sunny day. His eyes were big, round, and full of curiosity, always searching for something interesting. And his 8 tentacles? Oh, Pipoca's tentacles were the softest and cuddliest in the entire ocean. They swayed gently with the current, like silky ribbons dancing underwater. Pipoca loved hugs. Warm hugs, tight hugs, friendship hugs, good morning hugs. He wanted to hug everyone because hugs make hearts happy, don't they? But there was a tiny problem. The little fish in the coral reef were friendly, but they were small and very fast. They zipped this way and that in the blink of an eye. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Whenever Pipoca tried to get close enough for a hug, they were already gone, swimming between the colorful corals. Pipoca would stay there with his 8 tentacles wide open, full of love to give, but feeling just a little lonely. Oh, who can I hug? He wondered as tiny bubbles floated up from his head. The ocean floor was beautiful, pink, yellow, and orange corals, and green seaweed swaying gently. But Pipoca didn't just want to see beauty, he wanted to share it with a hug. So, Pipoca decided it was time for an adventure. He would swim and search for a friend who wanted a hug. With hopeful tentacles waving behind him, he began exploring. First, he swam to a garden of sea anemones, where orange and white clownfish families were playing hide and seek. "Hello, little clownfish. Would you like a hug from Pipoca?" he asked sweetly. But the clownfish were so quick, they giggled and darted into the anemones. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Pipoca sighed, and his bubbles rose a little slower. He continued his journey, passing a shiny school of silverfish, swimming together like a sparkling cloud. "You look amazing. May I give you a hug?" he asked. But the whole school made a soft plop, plop, plop sound and changed direction all at once, leaving Pipoca behind. It was so hard. Where was the friend who would accept his hug? He swam past a tiny mossy cave glowing softly, then across a field of seaweed that looked like a soft green carpet. Where could his friend be? Suddenly, Pipoca heard a small sound. Oh, oh! It sounded scared. Pipoca stopped and opened his big, curious eyes wide. "Who's there?" he asked gently. Between some gray rocks and dark seaweed, he saw a little betta fish. The fish was beautiful, with a long, bluish tail that looked like a ballerina's veil. But he wasn't dancing. He was trembling. My fin is stuck," the little fish whimpered. Seaweed had tangled around his tail, and a small rock had fallen against part of it, keeping him from swimming away. Pipoca felt his heart squeeze. This fish didn't need a hug right now. He needed help. He swam closer, very slowly so he wouldn't scare him. "Hi, little friend. I'm Pipoca. What's your name? Can I help you?" he asked kindly. "My name is Bibi. Please, I can't get free." Pipoca looked carefully. The rock wasn't huge, but it was heavy for tiny Bibi, and the seaweed was tightly wrapped. Then Pipoca had an idea. "I have 8 tentacles," he thought. 8 strong and gentle tentacles. He needed to be very careful. The other fish, who used to swim away, now stopped at a distance and watched quietly. With 2 tentacles, Pipoca held the rock gently. With 2 others, he slowly untangled the seaweed from Bibi's tail, carefully loosening each knot. "Almost there, Bibi, just a little more," Pipoca said, concentrating. He pushed the rock softly with all his care. The rock shifted, the seaweed came loose. Bibi was free. Bibi swam in happy circles, showing off his beautiful tail. "I'm free! Thank you, Pipoca! You saved me!" he cheered. Pipoca smiled, his heart warm and glowing. "You're welcome, Bibi. Are you okay? Does your fin hurt?" "I'm fine," Bibi said happily. Then he smiled shyly. "And now I would really like a hug. A big, warm hug from my octopus friend." Pipoca's eyes sparkled. A hug! He opened his 8 soft tentacles wide, and Bibi swam into them. It wasn't a tight squeeze. It was a gentle, cozy hug that said, "I care about you." The other fish began clapping their fins. "Hooray for Pipoca! Hooray for Bibi! Hooray for hugs!" A brave little clownfish swam closer. "May I have a hug from Pipoca?" he asked. Pipoca beamed with joy. He hugged the clownfish, then a little bluefish, and another, and another. He realized something important. His tentacles weren't just for reaching out. They were for helping. They were for caring. They were for sharing love. From that day on, Pipoca was no longer the lonely octopus. He was Pipoca the hugging octopus, the friend who helped everyone and spread kindness across the ocean floor. He learned that helping someone is the most special kind of hug, and that a real hug, or a kind gesture, can make the whole world feel warmer and happier. If you enjoyed Pipoca's story, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any new stories. A big hug, and see you next time. Bye-bye.